Teams flip sides as we get set to start the second quarter. This is how the Ivy League looks. With just a few games left in the season, Cornell, right now the #1 team in the country. But Joey, you were talking about it. I mean, Princeton has had a great year. Dartmouth still in the top 20 even after Harvard was able to beat them handily last week. What are you looking for in these last couple weeks of Ivy League play, Joey?
There's so much intrigue around it, right? We talked a little bit about how there's parity, perhaps not at the top with Cornell, but Harvard wins today. They're right there with them to get the Big Red here next weekend. It just doesn't stop. Every week in the Ivy League, every week matters, and especially with a conference that doesn't have every member with a lacrosse team, huge to have every single game matter like it does. And I think there could be multiple teams out of the Ivy League that make the tournament at an at-large bid.
Perhaps reminiscent of that 2022 season when Harvard didn't make the Ivy tournament, but made the NCAA tournament.
Right.
Graham Stevens makes the save. Fight for the ground ball outside of the circle. And it's picked up and steered away by Charlie Moeller.
Yeah, Charlie Moeller, he can kind of do it all. Close defense. They'll shoehorn him in there. Better as an LSM, maybe more comfortable is a better way to say it, but he has this knack for getting a ground ball wherever he goes. He's a threat to go scoop that.
Also solid with the turnover numbers, top 10 in the Ivy League with 12 heading into the game. Penn tied things up 1-1 when Tynan Walsh scored about midway through the first quarter, but the Crimson answered with a pair and are up by 2. Harvard has scored 16 or more goals in each of their last 3 games.
They have this freelance style of just having fun in the offense, especially when you pin either Sam King or Spidell. Really, they can have 3 or 4 different guys work from X. That's a different style of offensive weaponry.
King's pass misfired. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. King comes up with it, shoots, and snipes top corner. A broken play, and Sam King eats it up. 4-1 Crimson.
Every time Sam King touches the ball, you have to be ready for some type of firework. This is, like you said, broken play, scoops it really with one hand on the handle, gets that forehand back. Really impressive stuff, and exactly where we talked about Emmett Carroll's ability to save the ball from anywhere. Sam King puts it exactly opposite stick side, top corner. Not a better place in the world for a shot to go.
King's second of the day brings him to 32 on the season. That ties Jack Spidell for first on the team.
Houston Koning has had 2 ground balls in the last 2 faceoffs that have given Harvard possession each of the last 2 times they've been at the dot. That is a huge advantage when you have an LSM who in the scrap can still take that ball away.
It's sort of the fight that head coach Jerry Byrne was talking to us about at and around Faceoff X. Yosta Koning from Denver, Colorado, in his sophomore season, entered the game with 10 ground balls on his year. Crimson looking to continue the scoring run. Faking the pass in front. Now King has it left side, jumping, still with the ball. Dishes it off to Spidell, and they flip sides. This is Teddy Malone from Wilmington, Delaware. He has scored 2 or more points in every game this year in front, getting clobbered with Spidell, and Penn able to take it away. Will this leak past the end line? Wow, that's a huge giveaway, as Penn had finally got the ball out of Harvard's sticks, and they give it right back.
That was a great effort for Brendan Lavelle to just try to save it. And Neil Hutchison barking orders to his team just to settle for a bit. We got the reset. Let's not have too much fire under our belly.
Shots are lopsided. 9-2 shots on goal for Harvard. Shot attempts 15-7. Sam King, per usual, leading the way. Logan Ipp in front, behind the back, goal! Spidell is on the scoreboard. It's 5-1 Harvard.
Ivy League Offensive Player of the Week. Spidell. That's not easy. That's him trying things when he's playing wall ball with himself. And saying, this would be cool to do in a game. Oh yeah, we just saw it in real life. And Jack Spidell from St. Anthony's, sophomore attackman. Man, he has been on fire this season. 10th nationally with 3.2 goals per game. Just an unreal set of skills, and you see that on display. This Crimson team doesn't really stop with the creativity on offense.
Spidell has scored 4 more points in 6 of his 10 games entering today. And Joey, so many times with BTBs, it's usually right in front of goal, right? To do it extended by the post is even tougher because you got less of a window.
Right. That's the best way to try it, though, I suppose, right? If you need to get a little more room, throw it behind the head.
And Harvard quickly takes possession back. This is Jack Peterson bursting through midfield. High pass to Wyatt Wiggins. Wiggins, the long stick, shoots high. And his eyes widened there. But it's Penn ball.
Did Emmett Carroll beat him there, or did they say that was a pass? I mean, that was, I thought for sure Harvard was going to be able to back that shot up, but a welcome sign for Penn, no doubt.
Yeah, it looked like Carroll did beat it out. A cheer erupted from the Penn sideline as they search for answers, facing their largest deficit of the game. The only goal has come from Tynan Walsh, the senior from San Diego.
Yeah, they got to settle here. I think Penn's culpability here to sometimes try for what looks like the next shot. They should wait for the best shot. We saw it earlier. They had a couple shot clock violations because they were spinning it a few times, just trying to get the best look. I think you got to stay steadfast in that because you got to keep pace with Harvard, or else they're gonna put the foot on the gas.
Provost in front. He scores another bounce shot, and he makes the score 5-2.
Davis Provost's 14th goal this season. Nicely done to work off the defense here. Take what they're giving you. Move ahead. He actually beats Martin Nelson. Inverts his hands. That's not easy to do, and well done by Provost. And like we said, Penn has to just answer the bell each time. This face-off, I think, if they win this momentum, if they win this face-off, gains a little more momentum for the Quakers, and we get a quick transition goal.
This is the freshman Jackson Henahan out there for Harvard. He does win the ground ball. Harvard with a slight edge at face-off X, winning 5 of 9, but they turn it over with an errant pass on the far sideline intended for Malone. Provost is coming off of a impressive showing against Dartmouth a couple games back, scored 3 goals on 8 shots. This is Carroll all the way through, past the restraining line. Is he gonna shoot? Passes behind to X instead. To Provost again. Provost had his shot deflected high into the corner, out of play.
It was off the head there of Finn Jensen, the defensive midfielder. What is your head, Finn?
And a timeout called with 9:06 to go in the second quarter.